Hey, well, welcome back to Allison Customs Project Car TV. Yeah, I just want to introduce you to a new project. This one's owned by a customer out of California. First name's Scott. This is his C10 project. It is bagged. This is actually sitting on skates with the airbags fully up. So it sits very low when the bags are let all the way down. The truck is non-running right now. It has an LS3 and a 4L65 transmission, I believe it is. And really what we're going to be doing is finishing this project. Now I believe Scott has said that he's content with the paint, and I think probably we could buff it out a little bit and make it shine up pretty nice. But we do have things like the bed has not been mounted because of all of the stuff in the frame, the C-notch and all of the rigging that makes all this work to get the truck so low. There is only a portion of the bed. There's no inner fenders in here. Under the hood we have no front inner fenders. And really apparently the kit that they've used to do this drop is designed to run on 24s, and he's currently running these 20s. Nothing wrong with them, except that it's causing a little bit of issue with the truck just being too low. So that's one of the other things we'll be probably doing for him is swapping out the tires and wheels to 24s. We need to plumb in all the brakes. I believe we got to plumb in a fuel system. There is an electrical harness that's just kind of rolled up and stuffed under the hood. And so we've got to do all that. Fire the truck off for the first time. Build some bed mounts. So it goes on. You know, the list is fairly long, but I think it's all stuff we can do and anybody could do in their regular shop. So far, most of this work has been done, from what I understand, in like a two-car garage by one gentleman. Scott loves the truck and likes to work on it a little bit, but the heavy fabrication stuff was just not something he wanted to tackle. So I think we're just gonna go at it. You know, we're gonna assess the truck today, take an inventory of all the parts that he sent with it, and then once we have all that information, we'll get with Scott and discuss what we need to do. For example, it doesn't have an exhaust system on it, so that's something we're gonna have to add into our process. And we'll just basically probably start at the back of the truck and work our way forward, or vice versa. It doesn't matter. We just need to start somewhere and work our way through the whole thing to make sure that we get him a good running, driving, functioning vehicle, something he can drive for fun on the weekends or in the afternoons or whatever. He's really excited about the idea of leaving all of the works for the lowering back here exposed. So we're going to do some kind of modified portion of a bed. We need to rework a little bit of the air systems. They're currently under the back of the bed where you typically would have your spare tire. And for most of us, what we find is that it's easy to put the fuel tank back there out of these trucks, especially when we're talking fuel injected, because we want that fuel pump inside the tank. That room is currently all being used up by the air tanks and the compressors. So we're probably going to take all that stuff out, replumb it, and put it up here in the front under the bed, but inside the frame rails, or maybe just outside the frame rails, whatever makes sense for the room we have, so that we can then put a fuel tank back there and get all that plumbed in. So you're going to be seeing this truck over the next few months, and for now we're just going to do an inventory and see what he's got. So let's get started with that. I thought we'd just try and do a quick walk around real quick on the truck. It's a brand new LS3 crate motor. And in the bed here, got this drop system. now I've got the truck tucked in real close over here just to give us room. Well, I've now been through all these boxes in pretty good detail. I haven't, there's quite a few boxes here that are just full of random bolts. But I've been through most of this stuff, written it all down. Then I did a walk around on the truck, similar to the one you just did, but also with much more, the detail eye in mind. And as long as Scott is content with the paint, I think we're going to be all right. We've got a few issues that we're going to have to attack that are safety related. Mostly that's in braking and steering, but I think that, those can be solved. It's mostly just routing of brake lines and actually putting some brake lines in a few places. And then but I've got a list of about 10 pages here that includes my inventory, but everything from we need to mount the bed to we need to make some inner fenders and that kind of stuff. It's a very doable project. This is something I think, especially considering the number of parts that are here, if you found a project like this for sale online and somebody was basically willing to hand you all this stuff, I don't think there's anything on this truck that any of us that are into cars and willing to get our hands dirty could not correct. Or in many ways, it's just finish. It's not even that there's a lot of correction to do. There's just a lot of stuff to finish that if you're a project guy, you like cars, you like trucks, this would be a great kind of project to pick up. I think I mentioned it earlier. He's got 20-inch wheels on here right now, and this truck, the suspension kit they've installed is really designed, from what I understand, for 22s or 24-inch wheels, which would, I think, help get it up off the ground, because this is raised all the way up and it's pretty damn low. I'll finish getting these notes typed up and get those over to Scott, and then he and I can go over exactly what we're going to do on the truck, how far we're going to take it, and where he wants to go with it. That's it. I just wanted to introduce you to Scott's C10. We've gone through all these parts. We've got fuel tanks, lenses, new rubber seals for the doors and cowl and all that. We've got a set of Dakota digital gauges, battery cable, and he's got a lot of the stuff here that we're going to need. We got a giant stack of paperwork over here that I'm going to kind of go through and organize so that I can see, hey, if there's instruction manuals in there for something that I may need, that I can get those out and set them aside, and the rest of that I'll put in a package for the owner. But I think it's going to be a fun project. It's just a matter of how deep he wants to get into it. So, hey, so if this is your kind of project, something, beyond basic, but something that's very doable in the home shop, you're going to love this one. And we'll be knocking this out over the next few months. So just stay tuned for that. Again, please like and subscribe. Hitting that like button, hitting the subscribe button, they really help with the YouTube analytics. So please let us know. Hit the comment. Let me know what you think. What do you want to see done with the truck? What do you think Scott should do with his truck? It's his. He gets to choose, but maybe we can make some good suggestions for him. And in the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, all the YouTube stuff. I'll see you again next time on Allison Customs Project TV.